This is Python's Paradise. This is your host, Greg Gilbert, aka the Python Hyena, straight out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. And folks, I'm rocking a beautiful Toronto downtown background behind me because I will be at Frightmare in the Falls at the end of October, and I consider Toronto my true home. But nonetheless, folks, here we are on September the 17th, 2024. And I have a six-time guest on here today. Yes, I'm talking to him because apparently nobody else wants. No, I'm just kidding. Folks, I have a six-time guest come on here today, and I've been part of 9 of his movies, including this one right here, It Wants Blood, which several doctors have signed. I know this because I don't recognize a single signature. So there's several doctors signed this. But folks, I'm in this movie TV being watched by Eric Roberts, and it's one of my claim to fame. And I'm happy to have Mr. James Balsamo back for a sixth time. How you do, James?
Oh, it's always good to be here, Greg. 6 times. Can you believe it? 6 times. I just
Yeah,
have to say it 4 more times. 6 times.
six.
Six times. Wow.
Is that you on your shirt?
No, it's a King Kong. It's one of those
Okay.
weird Ghana paintings.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what? I was at Chiller back in April, my first time in the US. I was there. Lisa Langlois was scheduled there, so I went down there to assist her. And guess who
Nice.
I ran into down there in
Who's
the
that?
flesh?
I can only imagine.
Yeah, the person that introduced me to you. Who do you think that is?
I'm gonna say Genevieve Rossi, your
It
favorite.
was.
Yeah.
It was Genevieve. I ran into her and Dave Stein both.
Nice. Did
Yes.
you smell both of their hair?
I gotta say, Genevieve Rossi's photos don't do her justice because I gotta say, I think she looked even better in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I saw her and Dave bought Attack of the Killer Chickens off their table on Blu-ray.
Nice.
And yeah, I was there all 3 days, and with the exception of standing in the immigration for 2 hours when my plane landed, it wasn't a bad trip. Have you
I'm
ever
glad
done
they didn't
Chiller
deport you.
before?
Yeah, I've done that show a lot of times. It's a good
Yeah.
one.
Why weren't you there while I was there? What's wrong with you?
I'm on the West Coast now, California,
So,
baby. So
so,
it's a flight and a half for me. I'm
so,
busy. I'm busy producing all these movies that you're in.
yeah. Oh, I'd like to get in a 10th one. It just I can't seem to scrape it together.
All right, bud.
I'm not in the same position. But you know what? Right now I'm in 9. I'm happy about that. So I'm not gonna frown. I've seen 4 of those 9 so far.
Yeah.
So there you go. So but I got It Wants Blood here, so signed by all these doctors. What were
Nice.
they? Why were there so many doctor signatures? Was there that many friggin' accidents on the set of that film?
Oh yeah. There's there was
Yeah.
blood.
Were they all
A lot
there
of
for
blood.
you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
But but yeah, it's always nice talking to you and seeing what you're up to, and I do keep tabs on that. Um, it's funny because when you sent me first the I think it was the Daily Motion or something link for It Wants Blood. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't completely filmed. It only because this here has 2 monsters in it. The version that you sent me only have one monster in it. It's interesting how the narrative changed once you had the thing completed.
Yeah.
Plus, you got Lita. from WWE in it as well. Who she wasn't in the version that I originally got. So nonetheless, pretty cool to have this and quite interesting. I wish I could have got myself in the second one, but what can I say? But
Yeah.
but you know what? Maybe sometime down the future we can make that happen. So
So
yeah, yeah. Plus, this played at what was it? The Chinese Theater in Los Angeles.
Chinese theater, yeah,
So My Ugly Mug was seen on a big screen.
sure was. The biggest screen. It doesn't get bigger than the Chinese theater. That's the biggest movie theater in the world. That's
Yeah,
where they premiere Star Wars and Indiana Jones. It's it for
and
Hollywood.
James Balsamo films.
That's right.
Well, I met Genevieve Rossi at Chiller, and I guess this fall, I won't be there this fall, but I guess Eric Roberts is going to be there, and I'd love to get him on here because I'm pretty positive that I'm the easiest person he's ever worked with.
Yeah, undoubtedly.
I don't think he's got a complaint about me.
Yeah,
Have you heard him complain about me? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I heard
And
he's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, and he just wrote a book. So
well,
I'm
I
sure.
heard he wrote a book after watching me on television because he said,
That's right. He saw
he's
you in it
he's
once.
he's he's completed everything now.
That's him.
I'd love to get him on here at some point. I've never made that connection, but I would love to. But he's done so many things. So, but you still working with Eric?
Yeah, he's in a whole bunch of my movies. I think I've done 8 projects with him. So
Oh, I'm up on him by 9.
yeah, you got one on him.
And of course, you're still working with Craig Muckler because he won't stop talking about you.
Oh yeah, I love Craigie.
Yeah, I didn't get him on this year. We never never got the schedule right, but nonetheless, we're still talking. So hey, maybe next
Good.
year.
Yeah, keep pushing. He's a sweetheart. I love Craig.
Oh yeah, he was part of the Microwave Massacre in Malibu High.
Yeah, and I did a whole movie with Craig called Mark and Clark, World Adventurers. And Eric Roberts and his wife Eliza are both in that as well.
I'd love
And
to get Eliza on here as well. I mean, she was in Animal House, so
oh,
I've had a couple of Animal House alumni on here.
oh nice.
So I don't know. I'm going to see what I can do to make that happen. But nonetheless, um, uh, you worked with him, you worked with Craig, and of course, I still bring you up to Troy Froman every now and again.
Oh, I love Troy too. You know Troy's in Darkman.
What's that?
You know Troy Froman is in Sam Raimi's Darkman.
What about Lightman?
No, not that one. Lights out for Troy on that one.
No, you think Erica Roberts will be in that one?
Lightman? Yeah, I'll make that next week.
But what conventions have you done this year? You've had now 9 months. You must have done some conventions.
So yeah, I mostly do Mad Monster Party now. I did that one in Arizona a few months ago. I think that was 2 months ago. So I think there's another one coming up in North Carolina in a few months I'll be at. And then yeah, so wherever the Mad Monster Party is, I usually do that. So be on the lookout for those. But yeah, I've been so busy producing. I've got over 300 film products now. So um, just keeping busy producing.
Well, I know it's a video you did recently where the honky tonk man's about to do a shake rattle roll on you. Talk about that.
Yeah, so Honky Tonk is in my movie Robot Dracula, and
Hmm.
Mick Foley's in that too. And it's also got 100 other celebrity cameos in it. Literally 100 other celebrity. John Landis, Malcolm McDowell plays Robot Dracula in that movie. Tom Holland, not Spider-Man, the guy that did Child's Play.
Bright Night.
Yep. So the list goes on and on. Director of Phantasm, Don Coscarelli's in that. I believe that's his first on-camera movie appearance, so I was excited about that. I got Michael Ironside to reprise his Scanners role, so it's got a lot of fun, over-the-top things in that, and it's a trilogy to Bite School and From Dusk Till Dawn, which is on TV now. It's on Amazon Prime and Roku. So if you're listening, go watch From Dusk Till Dawn because it's fantastic.
Fantastic. Well, is Genevieve Rossi going to be in it?
She's in the first one, actually. She plays Succarella. She plays like an Elvira spoof character. She has one vampire fang. That was fun to film. So,
She has to be in all of your projects. She and I had a long talk about this at
yeah.
Chiller.
Oh, yeah, what'd she say?
She said he's on the West Coast, I'm on the East Coast. And I said, look, James can make the effort.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great meeting her, and she had her little leopard pattern and coat on and whatnot. So no, was happy seeing her and Dave Stein there.
Yeah.
And yep, yep. The Lich himself. Yep.
That's right. The Lich.
Look at this. Oh, look at this. This is my co-star. He was in one of my cameo appearances in one of your movies.
Oh, it's
I
Skittles.
I don't know which one though.
Skittles. I love Skittles.
I think it's in one of the ones that hasn't come out yet though. Because I sent you all my links to all the stuff I've done for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skittles is like I only did it for treats. Where's my treats? Where's my treats? You know what? James Balsamo only does these things for treats too.
It's true.
Yes. So does the honky tonk man hit you with a guitar?
He does not. I was listening to him tell somebody the story of they would just get a guitar wherever they were. So sometimes it wouldn't be like a hollowed out guitar. It would it would just be like a real guitar that they would smash them with.
So does he do a shake rattle roll on you?
He puts me in a headlock.
What? So what? Does he hit you with a shake rattle roll?
He does not shake, rattle, and roll.
Why
But
not?
well, he actually is the head of the Bite Squad, which is a vampire hunting society, and he gives me this little badge. So,
You see, I bet you Genevieve Rossi will put you in the shake rattle roll.
who's to say she hasn't already?
Yeah, I'm still in touch with Rowdy Roddy Piper's daughter Ariel. You should get her in one of your movies.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I did a
I
few conventions with Roddy. He was really nice. He was a really nice guy.
I wish I could have met him. I had his son and daughter on here, and I'm still in touch with his daughter. She's beautiful,
Yeah.
but yeah. But I have her and her partner Damos. They're the House of Heathens.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So I have them on every year. And another indie wrestler you might want to put on in one of your movies is Jerry Swirls.
Okay.
Jerry Swirls is funny. I
Yeah.
have had him on 3 times, and I only come to know him through Ariel. And I'm like, this guy's funny, and I just kind of caught on to that. So, um, but but yeah. So, what other wrestlers have you had on recently?
Let's see. Who else have I gotten? Well, John Morrison is my next door neighbor. He's in a whole bunch of my stuff. him and I fight ghosts in Karate Ghost 2. So I think he's wrestling as Johnny TV now in AEW, and his real name is John Hennigan, and he's a really awesome guy.
So he's your next door neighbor?
Well, he lives down the block, so whenever he walks the dogs, he comes over.
Does he slap you?
He has for movies, yeah.
Has he done it just for fun?
Sometimes, yeah, he's a real fun guy. If anybody makes you feel fat, it's John. He's got a killer six pack and he's always shirtless. So I always try to eat one less donut around John. Just one though.
You know what? I don't think he was used the best in WWE. I think they could have done more with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was always cool. I remember I'm trying to think of the name of the tag team was him and Joey Mercury, and they had Melina, and they were the tag team that would come out.
Hmm.
And Joey Mercury got a neck injury, and but you know, John Morrison's done quite well, and he
Sure.
always looked fantastic when he come out. So
Yeah.
so
Great.
yeah, yeah. But nonetheless, yeah, I've noticed you've had a few wrestlers on, and but you never got the Iron Sheik. Why haven't you ever got the Iron Sheik
Oh,
to put in?
I met him once. Actually, John Hennigan did a movie with the Iron Sheik, and my buddy Jim Ojala, who does the masks for Slipknot, made this puppet, and the Iron Sheik actually voiced it. So that's not a
Yeah.
project I worked on, but John did. So you know,
So the Iron Sheik didn't put you in the camel clutch and make you humble?
he never humbled me, but we did get a photo together at a Mad Monster party. Him and Sergeant Slaughter, who is in one of my movies, he's in Alien Danger 2, which is on Tubi right now. Uh,
Hmm.
we're doing a photo op together, and so I got a picture with the two of them. So it was cool to meet the Iron Sheik. He was very nice, but
Yeah.
sadly, I didn't get a chance to work with him before he went.
And you met Roddy Piper.
I did. I did meet Roddy. I met Roddy a few times. I met
Oh,
him
I wish I
so
could
many
have. I
times. You know what I mean? He would give me the like, "Hey, I know that guy," like head nod. You know what I mean? So that was cool. You know what I mean? I never got to work with him, but we had done enough conventions where he was like, "Oh, I know this guy." You know what I mean? So
love Roddy.
yeah,
And of course, you've had Jake the Snake in
yeah,
some a project or two. I've always been a big Jake the Snake fan.
yeah. Jake's great.
Yeah. Have you ever had Terry Funk in one of your movies?
No, I tried to get him before he went, sadly, but I got his protege Mick Foley, so that was cool.
Yeah. But you know what? Nothing against Mick, and Mick will probably tell you this as well. Um, Not only did Mick Foley learn a lot of the stuff from Terry, here's the thing with Terry Funk is he was able to adjust to any wrestling style.
Sure, yeah.
Like he could do the technical stuff, he could brawl, he could do the hardcore stuff. Terry could pretty much do it all, you
I
know?
know. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe he was doing hardcore matches like up until the end. You know what I mean? There was a tough guy.
Well, you
So
want me to tell you what's really funny is that Dory Funk Jr. is 83 and he apparently is still wrestling.
wow.
Yeah. I think that's an underrated tag team. It's the Funk Brothers.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So, what was the other one I was going to mention? Oh, Ricky Steamboat. You ever gotten him in a movie?
You know, I tried. I tried several times. I tried to throw money at him and he just didn't want to do it, you know. Just the timing. But he's still around, so you never know. The stars still might align. But I tried several times where it was like I had this project, he was like, no, maybe on another one." I tried again and it hasn't worked out yet, but never say never. So,
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to me is one of the very, very best.
Oh yeah,
One of the very, very best in the ring. Yeah. No, I like a lot of the old school wrestlers, so and I'm
sure.
always amazed when any of them make it over the age of 80. There's not a lot of them that do, but I'm
Right.
always amazed. Iron Sheik did.
Yeah.
He got to 81. Bruno Sammartino got to 82. Did you ever meet Bruno?
I never met Bruno. No.
Oh, Bruno was, to me, he was the champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And, it's amazing. Moolah made it to 84. Lord Littlebrook made it to 87. I didn't know little people were a lot of statistically, they always been listed to go a lot earlier.
Right.
But he went to 87. That's longer than anybody from WrestleMania 3, which he was in.
Wow.
Of course, not everybody from WrestleMania 3 is gone, but
Sure.
yeah. What about Greg the Hammer Valentine? Ever have him in a movie?
I haven't, but I know Greg. He's good friends with Anderson, Arn Anderson. I mean, Andrew Anderson. And so I met him through him at Chiller actually, and at Monster Mania or a few of those East Coast shows. So he's a nice guy.
You ever get King Kong Bundy
No,
before he
no,
passed?
yeah,
Yeah. I know you had a lot of wrestlers, so I had to throw a bunch of names out there,
yeah.
but well, who can we expect to see on your latest project? Now, looking at, I got your IMDb up here because I wanted to have a fresh. Uh, you got Karate Cops up there. You're playing Big Mac, are you?
Yeah, that's fun. I did that with uh who was in that? Is there a wrestler in that? No, there's no wrestlers in that, but the guitar player from Danzig is in that,
Yeah.
and John Christ.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sorry, the Million Dollar Man is in the sequel of Karate Cops too.
Does
So
he put you in the $1 million dream? And
he actually does, yeah.
does he put money down your throat?
He doesn't, but he was really putting me in that $1 million dream. Like I was getting dizzy. Like he was choking the shit out of me.
Yeah. Did you deserve it?
Yeah, I deserved it. He couldn't have been nicer though. Million Dollar Man Ted was amazing to work with. He plays the villain in Karate Cops too, and so we filmed a whole thing where he does the beginning, middle, and end. He pops up a whole bunch in the movie, so be on the lookout for that. And that movie was crazy. We actually had some fun where we blew up a car and we crushed a car with a tank, and we had a helicopter chasing a motorcycle and a Vespa, and a guy was hanging out of it shooting at them on the tarmac. So that one's super fun, and the first one's out now. So check out Karate Cops, and it's fun for the whole family. So that one we did two versions. We did a kids version, Karate Cops, and then Kick Justice, Fists of Mystery has nudity in it. So there's a family cut, and then there's the you know action bazooka edition.
So in doing these movies, oh, actually, speaking of $1 million Man, let's go back here for a minute. We just recently lost Virgil not too long ago.
Yeah, I actually had done a few mentions with Virgil too. He was really nice, so that was sad to hear him go.
Is all the stuff rumors true about him sitting by himself? And
You know what? I heard some videos where people said they've seen it with their own eyes, so I can only imagine it's true.
you didn't set up shop right beside him?
No, I never asked him. I never.
So, what's your strategy when it comes to approaching some of these people at cons? Because I have a feeling one of your ambitions when you do the cons is making these connections and getting people in your movie. So what's your strategy when it comes to approaching people to be in your movies?
So I'm usually a celebrity guest at the show. So if there's like a pamphlet or a website, I'm like, okay, here's you, you're a celebrity. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's me on the same page. And I've worked with all these A-list celebrities. Would you like to be in my new movie? And they either say yes or no. And then I pull out a
Mhm.
fat wad of cash and I say, huh? You want to do it? And then they say yes or no. And then if they don't want to do it, then I'll get in the back and then I'll unzip their fly and I'll be like, come on, you want to do this cameo, don't you? And that's kind of my whole strategy.
So how many times has Troy Froman had to beat you up before he said yes?
Troy Froman, oh yeah, he like threw me through a table. He elbow dropped me off the top rope. Do you ever see where they light the elbow pad on fire like Schlack and then they do the elbow drop? He did that, but he was eating a pastrami sandwich while he was doing it.
I still find it amazing out of this small, no-name province here in Canada. You managed to get me and Sean Doucette. You got two people from New Brunswick.
I know, weird.
And how in the fuck did you manage that? I don't know. Especially given that nobody knows where this place is and nobody really gives a shit. Especially not me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to come to New Brunswick and film a movie out there with you guys.
Well, you can, but I'll tell you, you might find it awfully boring because tell you, I've been trying to move to Toronto now for since I first went in 2017, and not that I want to get into what our fucking prime minister's doing to this country, but all I can say is next election, Polyev, pure Polyev. That's all I'm gonna say, and hopefully he does exactly what he says he's gonna do, because I'll feel awfully bad for endorsing him if he doesn't.
So is forgive my American ignorance, but is that like your president or mayor? Like, what does the prime minister do? He
Well, our
wear
current prime minister, Trudeau, doesn't do fuck all except tax everybody.
no, no, but his like political level, is it like mayor, president? Like, where? How does that fall into? You
I
know,
don't know. From the point of view of everybody else in the world, Trudeau, as we like to call him, falls under joke.
I know, Greg, but you're missing my question. I
I
don't
know
understand.
exactly. I know exactly what you're saying, and I guess you could say he's like our president. He wants
It's
to
like
be
a
our dictator,
uh
which is exactly why we need. We don't need a dictatorship here.
right.
And when you got Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, and even Piers Morgan and Carlton there. I'm screwing up on his name, but you got these people coming out and saying something's wrong with Canada.
Hmm.
There needs to be a change, and there needs to be a change fast.
Right.
So, like I said, I've met Pierre Polyev at a rally here, and he's running up against Trudeau at the next election, and which will be in 2025. We need it. We need it like several years ago, but
Yeah.
the inflation is really bad here, and I'm not too impressed with the situation. I was lucky to be able to do chiller. I'm working two jobs right now,
Hmm.
two cleaning jobs, and I have I'm going to do Frightmare in the Falls
Nice.
in October. But my plan is, unless I'm assisting Lisa at a con, it'll be probably the last time I do Frightmare in the Falls.
Oh,
So, um,
that's in Canada also.
yeah, it's Niagara Falls.
Uh-huh.
It's a good con, but um, I got to scale back. I might do Fan Expo next year in Toronto, because that way I don't have to, other than flying there, I don't have to travel to Niagara or anything like that, spend all the extra money. It's just I it'll be my fourth and probably again, I'm not gonna say absolute, but right now my final Breakmare in the Falls. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I mean, if Lisa gets booked, and then I'll probably do the com with her, which I'm fine with. So there you go. So how many projects do you got going right now? Because you seem to have about a dozen going at once, and since I haven't seen five out of my nine, it's like
Yeah, they're on a spinning scale. You know what I mean? It's like whatever is the most cost effective to finish, that goes. And then I start to
hmm
work on that. And if I can't finish it, then I'll take on another project. And then if they put in some money to finish it, then I finish that project first. And then the other project goes back into the wheel. And so it's like money comes in, finishes a project. Somebody else comes in with their own movie and they have the whole budget, then the movie gets finished. If they don't have the whole budget or part of the budget, then we film it and then it sits until more money comes in until the editing process. So, you know what I mean? It's like whatever's cheap and easy to make, those movies come in and they come out. Like Mind Melters, which are like compilations, those come out, you know what I mean? I put out like five to 10 of those a month. And so they're easy to do because they're compilations and then bam, that's another movie. But like I said, I just took on a whole bunch of other movies that I'm doing and then my own stuff like stuff where I reach out to people like you and I say, "Hey, you want to be in this movie?" You know what I mean? It pays for another cameo, and then it's just not enough money to finish the whole project, and so that project sits there. And so I'm always just trying to bring in more money to finish whatever other project that I'm working on, and then spin the wheel. And then people come up to me and they say, "Hey, I have 10 grand or 5 grand. I want to make a movie." Or I have 60 grand or I have 100 grand, and then we blow up a car and we go on a helicopter and then that movie comes out, you know what I mean? So
hmm
it's like a revolving door of bringing in money, filming these movies as cheap, because I make a movie for what Universal's craft service budget is, you know what I mean? Like it's just coming out through the same distribution as like Walmart and Best Buy, but modern day low budget cinema is like under $5 million. You know what I mean? So I'm making these movies for $5. So
There you go. And you get all kinds of people to appear in them.
yeah, I would say probably Acid Bath Productions has the most celebrity cameos out of any independent film company probably in the world. You know what I mean? That's why people have started calling me the king of the cameos because I scoop up, more celebrities than anybody. But I am an independent, you know what I mean? I am a one-man movie making machine. So I'm pretty much doing this with a crew of under 15 people and putting all these movies out. So I'm fighting the good fight for independent cinema. And thanks to people like you and people that want to put in to these movies, you know what I mean? That's what's doing it. And me running around the country saying, "Hey, I make movies." So, thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm happy to be part of these. And maybe eventually I'll get back in the game. I haven't been part of any of these films for a long time, just because financially I just can't do it.
No, I
But
get no
yeah,
need.
but eventually I might be able to pull that off again. But I do like to help when I can. But
I appreciate that.
yeah. So what are you working on currently? What is your top project right now?
Robot Dracula's number one. That's the one that
hmm
has over 100 celebrities in it. But I also did a movie with Shannon Boyce called "I Spill Your Guts Too," and Genevieve Rossi famously gets murdered in the first one.
I'm
And,
in that one.
yeah, you are. You
Yeah.
are in that one.
What do you mean? Yeah, you are. No, I am. That's one of the ones
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be in.
Yeah, so
Uh,
that one's coming out. We just filmed.
let's run down mine here.
Okay,
I'm in Cool as Hell 2. That was
that's
my
out.
first one.
That's out. Yeah,
It Wants Blood. That was my second one.
that's out too.
My third was Catch of the Day 2.
That's out. Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that. My fourth one was Hollywood Werewolf.
that's also out. Yeah,
I'm in that. After that, I was in, I think it was
Nightmare
one that
Party.
you
You're in
have,
that.
huh?
Nightmare Party. You're in that.
Yeah, Nightmare Party. Yeah, have you started that?
Oh yeah,
Twerk
that's
of
almost.
Terror?
Yeah, that's almost done.
I'm in that. I'm in Balsamo Beach.
Yep, that's almost done too. That's on the
Yeah.
list.
I'm in I Spill Your Guts too.
Yep,
I'm
we
in
shot
Bite
for that
School
2 months
too.
ago. Yep, that's coming out too.
And what is the other one? What is the other one? I could find out awfully quick. I could find out real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just have to go down here.
Killer Whale.
I know I wasn't in oh holy shit, man. I interviewed the director and producer of that, or producer and star of that. That is hilarious. Oh, Killer Waves too. That was the other one I was in.
Yeah, so all those are, pretty close to done. They just need a little bit of post budget. So
But I mean,
working.
I know I sent you all the clips, so
Yep.
yeah. So yeah. Um I worked hard on those clips. I gotta say, I'm very proud of those.
Yeah.
But yeah. So those are the nine I'm a part of. But I interrupted you though. You said uh Robot Dracula, and what else did you say that you currently were
I
doing?
spill your guts too. And
Hmm.
all those movies you mentioned, they're all coming out. And then I started a second film company. So I have Acid Bath Productions, and now I have Die Star Pictures. And so I've got 18 film products, and that's been around for about 2 months. So, you know,
So you say Genevieve Rossi's in Spill Your Guts too?
she's in the first one.
Oh, she's in the first one.
Yeah,
Ah. So what's Eric Roberts gonna be watching me doing in these other movies?
yeah, exactly.
Well, James, it's always great to see you, you know,
Like,
and have you come on here and talk to me about this. I'm very proud of this. You know, this was
yeah, and it's
I
on
got this,
TV now. It's
huh?
on it's on television. It's on Amazon Prime. So go see Greg and It Wants Blood.
Yeah, Skittles won't let me watch this. He said if I'm in it, it's he says restricted.
Right,
Skittles said he sees enough of me as it is. He says he doesn't need to see me pop up on the screen. He said that's me in two places at once.
right.
But nonetheless, you know, it's always great talking to you, and it's always um wonderful having you come back on here, and I'm always happy to keep in touch with you, you know.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
But we need more Gina Rossi.
Yeah,
More Rossi, the better.
there you go.
Yeah. Well, James, is there anything else you want to promote?
Go to jamesbalsamo.com and get a T-shirt or cool movie that Greg's in. He's in so many of them. And then follow me on Twitter at Acid Bath Product, or on Instagram at James Balsamo, or at Acid Bath Productions, or at Die Star Pictures. So be on the lookout and go pick up your movies. What are you waiting for? Greg's in a whole bunch of them.
And folks, remember when you connect with James, ask him if his refrigerator is running. He does seem to fall for that one.
Every time. Every time.
I think I brought that up to Gina Viva. I said we should call James and ask him if his refrigerator's running. And I said to her, I said, "Do you think he'll fall for us?"
Let me go check.
There
Thanks
you
for,
go. Well, James, before I let you go, would you mind doing a plug for my show?
of course. What do you want me to say?
Just state your name and say you're listening to Greg Gilbert on Python's Paradise.
Hey everybody, James Balsamo here. You're listening to Greg Gilbert on Python's Paradise.
Yes, folks, you never know. I may get in a 10th movie, you know? But
Never
you
know.
got me in 9 of them. You
Yeah.
got me in 9 of them.
That's it. 10's the charm.
But I still want to hear Eric Roberts say I was the easiest person for him to work with.
I'll tell you.
Oh, God bless you, James, and keep doing
But
what you're doing. We love what you're doing.
thanks, buddy. Appreciate all the help and support.
Absolutely. You take
Hey,
care,
bud.
man.
You too, buddy.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.